Hey y'all, what's good? It's your girl Tay, and I'm back with another video today. I know. First things first, you guys. Definitely make sure if you like this video, press the thumbs up video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Comment down below. But let me tell y'all, I'm gonna try to give y'all a brief explanation of pretty much what's been going on with me and why I haven't been uploading consistently. So today is March 10th, 2020. It is Tuesday, and let me turn my blinkers on. Not blinkers. My window wipers. So it is 7:44 in the morning, and I am headed to drop my son off. I just dropped my daughter off at school. Okay, so there's just been a lot going on, but let me start off with my phone. The most significant reason as to why I wasn't able to post is, as much as I would have liked to, is because my phone, I use my phone to do my videos like I'm doing now, even though I have a regular camera, but the video editing software that I'm most comfortable with is on my phone. The phone that I had purchased was a defective device, and I have been going through what I was going through with that device for almost 3 months, possibly even more. What was happening is the phone would just cut on and off by itself. Apps would just randomly open and close by themselves. It would say that my memory was full. Even after I would delete like 15 or 20 apps, it would still be full, and it was also affecting my network connection. So I wasn't getting a good connection to the wireless carrier, cell towers or whatever, satellites or whatever. So as you can imagine, even me going out there and trying to do work, Uber Eats, Instacart, and all that was affected because I wasn't getting orders. Google Maps, it would be slow. Like, for say, it would tell me to make a right turn, and then I would make that right turn, but then it would still have me directed. It would still be directing me with the directions that it gave me prior to me making that right turn. So it would never catch up and tell me the next step. So I would have to just keep exiting out of Google Maps and then getting back in it. And I thought maybe, it's Google Maps, maybe there was some type of glitch or something. So I downloaded Waze, same thing was happening. Then it was saying that it couldn't locate me. I actually had to cancel quite a few orders that I was receiving because I couldn't navigate my way to the damn customer. So I had to take the food back to the restaurant and just stop driving. So that was pretty frustrating. I went through troubleshooting, I want to say several times. There's this process now they want you to go through. They're just not going to send you a new device, especially if it's under warranty, because you don't have to pay for it. So they want to make sure that they're going to send you a device, that they've done everything that they can do to make sure that the device that you have there's no way to fix it. So after I troubleshooted my device on several different occasions with several different employees for this wireless carrier. I don't want to say their name because I don't want to put no bad blood or nothing out there about them. It happens. But once I went through that process, then finally they said, okay, yeah, your device is defective. We're going to send you another one. They overnighted me a phone, and I just got it recently. So this is why I haven't been uploading. Then after that, my apartment caught on fire, you guys. No lie. It was a Sunday, about 2 weeks ago. It was a Sunday. It was about 11:30 at night. I woke up to the fire alarms going off. By the time I went downstairs to go and check and see if the front door was clear so that we could get out, because I have a upstairs, downstairs townhouse, and so had we not been able to get out through the front door, we would have had to go out of one of the windows upstairs or one of the bedrooms and just sit on the rooftop until the fire department came. So I went downstairs and checked, and it was one of my spiritual altars. The candle on one of my spiritual altars had actually exploded or popped. I'm not going to say exploded because glass didn't fly everywhere. I'm just going to say the glass container that was encasing the wax popped open, and the little flame that was left caught a hold of some fabric that was underneath it, and that went ablaze. Thankfully, the altar itself was made out of a metal shelving thing from Home Depot, so that didn't catch on fire, but all of the fabric and the wall behind it did catch on fire. So by the time I got downstairs, my living room, as you can imagine, was filled with carbon monoxide and smoke. I mean, it was extremely smoky. I could barely see. I did see the flames. The flames were about 3 to 4 feet high. It was pretty bad though, you guys. It honestly, had we been sleeping maybe 5 minutes longer, we probably, or even less, we probably would have kind of passed out in our sleep due to the fumes that were already dispersed in the air. And we, you know what I'm saying, it probably would have been a sad tragedy of us not even making it out of the door. So, you know, I'm very, very thankful that I was able to get out, me and my children. Once I was able to see that the door was clear, I ran back upstairs. You know, everything, thankfully, for the most part of my house is somewhat organized to where I didn't have to be running around like a chicken with her head cut off. I told my daughter to grab her shoes. You know, I grabbed what I thought was significant in that moment, which was my purse. I grabbed a pair of pants. I grabbed a blanket to wrap up my son. I didn't want to waste any time grabbing anything else. So like I said, I literally just grabbed pants, my purse. Everything that I needed is in my purse. I figured if I needed to go to a hotel, I got money, you know. If I needed to buy diapers, I will go find a 24-hour Walmart and buy diapers. I didn't waste no time grabbing any of that. Plus, I keep a diaper bag in my car ready all the time anyway, just because. So, I grabbed that and we were out. Once I cleared the apartment, then I stepped aside and I called 911 and the fire department came. My manager's son actually put the fire out with a fire extinguisher before they got there, but we still had to let the apartment air out for some time before we could re-enter. It was just too smoky. It was very smoky. So that's my story about that. Then after that, there were some health issues that were going on. I don't know if I mentioned it to you guys, but my daughter, you know, the doctors are somewhat, and I wouldn't say struggling, but they haven't really controlled her asthma. And it's days like this that worry me the most, when it's cold, it's raining outside. You know, good for business, but for my daughter, it's not so great for business because the cold air immediately flares up her asthma. So she literally, I want to say, was having maybe like 5 to 7 asthma attacks a week, and the doctors are still trying to figure out what to do. So they've just bumped up her medication about a week ago, and then put her on an extra medication because she's allergic to something. And they did an allergy test, but they didn't do the allergy panel test. They didn't send her to I forgot what it's called, the specific doctor that you go to where they do an allergy test where they test 100 different things to see what you're allergic to. They just did the basic 5 allergy tests through blood, and I think they just checked for grass, mold, mildew, milk, you know, the most common things that people are allergic to. And we did find out that she's allergic to milk, so now she can't have any milk. But when they looked inside of her nose a week ago when I took her, they could see that her nostrils were still flared up. So enough about that. I just wanted to just kind of catch you guys up on what was going on with me, and that's why I haven't been able to post as frequent as I would like to. But outside of that, let me tell you guys, let me just get to the nitty gritty. So Instacart, it has picked up a lot lately. And I think that has a lot to do with the fact that, of course, it's tax time, so people are receiving large lump sums of money. But on top of that, it's also because of the coronavirus spread. I'm going to put some screenshots on the screen to show you some of the batches that I have been seeing. Another thing that I wanted to discuss with you guys, because I wanted to go more in details about the coronavirus in another video, but what I wanted to discuss with you guys in this one is the fact that I want to say last month in February, I received an email that Instacart was going to be taking scheduled hours away, meaning they were no longer going to allow us to do scheduled hours. Now, we had scheduled hours in my region as well as on demand. I personally think on demand is better because you get to control how much money you make, versus when you're doing scheduled hours, you're kind of just at the mercy of whatever the algorithm decides to send you that day. And it may be a good day in some areas all the time, but then there are some areas like mine where it's just kind of like, you know, Russian roulette. You never know what you're going to get. So I looked at the email, and at first I was a little bit like, I'm a little concerned because the email stated that even though they were going to be getting rid of hours, that the good batches pretty much are going to be going to the shoppers who have high ratings. So it's like it's good, but at the same time, I feel like they're kind of making it just a little bit more difficult. I really don't like the fact that they are putting that much power in the customer's hands. You know what I'm saying? You could do the very best job that you can shopping for these customers, and sometimes it just still doesn't make a difference. You know what I mean? And they don't take that into consideration. I understand you want the feedback from the customers. That's fine, but you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. Nowadays, customers are finding ways to scam the system, you know what I mean, and lie. It's happening with all the different apps, not just Instacart, even with Uber and Lyft. You know, I had a friend who drives Lyft pretty regularly. She's a Lyft driver, and she burns sage or Palo Santo, which is, you know, incense that's used in various cultures or whatever. Basically, it's like an incense, but you basically you ignite it, and it emits a scent that's supposed to help dispel negative energy, or, you know, cleanse or refresh the energy, or any, you know, stuff like that. And so she had just burned the sage during her break, and I guess it didn't fully clear out before she picked up her next customer. And instead of her next customer asking what it was, her customer just went and reported and said that she was in there smoking marijuana and was high, and her account ended up being, you know, temporarily restricted or whatever. And it's just like, I worry about that stuff too, because even though I don't burn those things in my car, I used to, but after that I stopped. You know, I still burn a lot of sage and different types of incense at home, and I smell like it. People are always saying me and my kids smell like we just came from a Buddhist temple, because we smell like frankincense and myrrh and all these different scents. You know, some people are cool with it, and some people are, you know what I mean? It's just, to get back to my point, I just don't like the fact that they give so much control to the customer over our ability to make money. Because the moment that a customer rates you negatively and then your score drops, then those good batches that you were seeing, you're not going to see anymore. So let's talk about those good batches. Like I said, I should have been popping them on the screen by now. I think there were 3 that I was able to capture. One I think was about $34. I'm going to put them on the screen again just because I want you guys to see what the batches have been looking like. Thankfully, I haven't used Instacart in such a long time that my ratings so far are pretty good, and I'm kind of nervous about even using them and going out there and shopping, because I don't want my ratings to drop. But I think I'm going to go ahead and give it a chance. Uber Eats has definitely dropped near me, and to be perfectly honest, I really don't want to deal with people being in and out of my car until they get this coronavirus thing situated. You know what I mean? We can't walk around and be afraid to live our lives, but at the same time, I just don't want to put myself in any immediate danger, especially now that I'm sick. My immune system already, as it is you need to not be in the middle of the damn street. My immune system is already weakened because I already have a cold, and then for me to put myself around, you know, I've been staying home, which I actually hope and wish a lot more people would do, because it just seems like people don't care. They sick and they just go out and about. I've been home. Yesterday I felt like crap. This weekend I felt like crap. The only time I left the house was to go and pick up my children and drop them off. That's the only thing that I do. If I need groceries, I put in an order at Walmart. I go and pick them up. I have air sanitizing spray in my car. I have wipes. I have sanitizer and all that stuff. I do not get out of my car and engage with other people unless it's absolutely necessary. I have this that I keep over my face when I'm dealing with other people. You know what I mean? Like, I'm taking all the necessary precautions that I can. Thankfully, I don't have none of the symptoms that these people are exhibiting. I don't have a fever or none of that. It's literally just a head cold for me, like congestion. I thought it was my allergies, because that's the only thing I have going on is a stuffy nose. That's it. I don't have anything else. I don't have no fever. I don't have no shortness of breath. I don't have no blurred vision. I don't have nothing weird going on. So, you know, I'm thankful, but I'm still taking my precautions, and I encourage you guys to do the same thing. But anyways, I'm going to end this video right here. Hopefully you guys got something out of it. At the very least, it was more or less just my way of coming back and just trying to update you guys on what's been going on with me, and to say that I'm going to be more consistent with my videos. Now stay tuned, because I am going to probably put out 2 videos today. I'm going to do another video later on discussing the coronavirus and how it's affecting the gig economy, specifically where I'm at, because the disease is spreading quite rapidly and it seems to be getting closer and closer. But I don't want to make a 30-minute video, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Remember to live, love, elevate, and I'll catch you later. Deuces.